Hi there, it's Adam bringing you another video to the channel. We are focusing on another update on the 21-22 UK Model Airport Series. In this update we're going to go through the update itself first. For those of you who are purely interested in the update, you can go through that and then cut the video off if you need to. And those of you might want to listen to me ramble on a little bit later on in the video, more so regarding the collecting models that I've acquired in the big parcel I mentioned. That's finally arrived. I've unboxed them all, gone through each one. Some models are going to feature in this update, which I'll go through. Not in this update, but in the series itself. So future scheduled updates is what I mean. They'll feature. And we'll go through what I've acquired overall in all scales. So yeah, stay tuned for that if you want to listen to all that. Like I say, we'll get straight into the update, which is the main part of the video, or the main subject of the video. So starting off, we'll focus on this EasyJet A321neo registration Golf Uniform Zulu Mike Bravo. This is departing out to Lisbon as U28719. A little bit of a difficult perspective filming from here when I'm taxiing out on this side, because you don't really get a full view of the actual frame of the aircraft. But I think given the colour scheme and the aircraft, you can probably see exactly what it is without me actually having to tell you. Next up, we'll focus on this trio of Ryanairs. Obviously on the far side, Ryanair Buzz 737 MAX 8. Registration Sierra Papa Romeo Zulu Alpha. This is literally just arrived from Warsaw. Next up we have that is operating as FR2282 from Warsaw. And then next up we have a scheduled departure, very close to departure. FR3466 Ryanair 737-800, registration Echo India Golf X-Ray November. This will be heading out to Vilnius. So in the last update we would have seen this one arriving on the previous service it did, and now it's getting turned around to go back out, not back out to Vilnius, but going on another run out, on a new run. Like I say, to Vilnius. And then next up we have the Ryanair UK, operating as RK860, back on arrival, Golf Romeo Uniform Kilo Alpha. This is actually, bearing in mind this is roughly about around 5:30 or so kind of schedule. This actually arrived about 4:45, scheduled arrival 4:45, and that is it for the day. This will be positioned on stand until basically the morning, into the Wednesday schedules now. So that will be that's it for that. Schedules for that aircraft frame. If we pan across, we'll focus on this. Again, another one we saw in the last update, which is finishing up on turnaround, again getting ready for departure. We have the Aeropa 737-800, registration Echo Charlie Mike X-Ray Mike, departing back out to Madrid as UX1016. I don't think I've just mentioned the arrival for the Ryanair UK. That was actually from Agadir in Morocco. I think I missed that, so I've mentioned that. And next up, which is something we usually feature on this left side, is the Lot Polish 737 MAX 8, registration Sierra Papa Lima Victor Alpha, arriving from Warsaw. And this is actually a double run, I think, as we previously mentioned in the last update, a bit like the Aeropa and Air France Hop. This is actually a double service throughout the day, so it comes in the morning, operates again. So basically arrives from Warsaw, goes back out to Warsaw, turns around there, comes back from Warsaw and then goes back out again in the evening. So yeah, another service from that. Operator LO279. Like I say, we normally feature this on this side. I think it has the variation though, because like I said, this is one that I'm trying to get more rotation with SPLVB and LVD eventually. Focus on the far side. We have the DHL 757-200 registration Golf Delta Hotel Kilo Charlie. This will be departing out to Amsterdam. And again, this isn't so far off departure time, about another half an hour or so before departure. And next up, probably the main focus of the update is this FedEx MD-11 freighter operating as FDX36. The registration is F594 Foxtrot Echo. I've had this model a while now, and to be honest, it's the only FedEx MD-11 I have. And I know there's probably quite a few more out there that I could get hold of, and I am looking to acquire probably at least another FedEx MD-11. I'm not rushing into buying one, but if I do, see one and can get hold of one, or if there's any new releases coming out anytime soon, maybe I might get one, because this is quite an old release, as you can probably tell. But it's doing the job for this service. This service doesn't operate all that often. I think it's maybe once or twice weekly, I think. This arrives from Indianapolis and then heads back out to Frankfurt on the same flight number, FDX36. But yeah, if I can get hold of any more FedEx MD-11s, then I will certainly look into that. Just kind of zoom out a little bit, just give a little bit of a different perspective. That is it for the update. Again, some of these schedules did carry on from the last update, so it's kind of like a part 1, part 2 sort of thing. The next update, I think, will rotate significantly, so whatever we see in this update, apart from the Ryanair UK, which is now done for the day, everything else will basically be rotated, and it'll be like a fresh update in a sense. I just want to go through the models I have recently acquired in the latest parcel. So there's a bit of a mixture. A lot of models that probably won't feature at all. A lot of models that have like different concepts and things like that. So no particular order. This is literally a list I have of the models that I was expecting. So yeah, I'm just going to go through them. So like I say, it's a good variation of models, to be honest. So again, not in any order. First model was Air New Zealand ATR 72. Like I said previously, I'm still collecting Air New Zealand and Australian models. So, and again, that's one that I ordered back when I was doing the Australian model airport kind of thing. It's been on order, and I've only just recently acquired it. I've acquired another Wizz Air A321neo. So that will be a model to feature, but again, we've got quite a few Wizz Air models, and Wizz Air do operate. They are selective schedules. I think maybe 3 times a week they operate. I think 2 in the morning, and then a schedule in one of the evenings, I believe. So again, there is that rotation, but yeah, how soon this one will feature depends on sort of the randomised concept that I do to choose which one we will actually feature on the schedule. I also got 2 British Airways A320s, which are the Panda C models. Acquired both of them. They're pretty nice. So again, they'll rotate on the daily British Airways schedules that we have running from Heathrow. I got a Skygate Solution 96, Oman Royal Flight 7878 BBJ. In 1200 I got a British Airways A321neo. I've got a Qantas Link A220 in 1200. I've got two EasyJet A320 Neos. They're in flight 200. Another model I didn't think I was going to get hold of because I didn't order it at the time was a TAP Portugal A310 Gemini 200. So yeah, I feel quite fortunate to get that, and surprisingly that's quite a light model. You compare the weight to that compared to some of the other, you know, like the A3, like in-flight 200, A321s, A320s. It doesn't weigh that much, that A310, which is a little bit surprising in some sense. But that's sometimes how it is. I got another Royal Australian Air Force 737 BBJ in 1/400 scale. This is probably one of the most, I don't know, there's something about this model that I really like, and it's the Iberia Regional or Air Nostrum Gemini 200 CRJ 1000. I know JC Wings are doing a special livery version as well, so I've got that on order as well, and I'll acquire that. I did make a mistake. The DHL that's featured in this update, the 757, I actually ordered two. So if anybody needs the DHL 757-200 in 1/400 scale registration Golf Delta Hotel Kilo Charlie, let me know because I do have a spare one. I mean, for now I'll probably keep hold of it, but if anybody's interested, let me know. I will obviously sell it if anybody's interested. Another one to mention was an Atlas Air 777. That won't feature in these updates because I think it was only delivered in 2023 or 2024. That's a Phoenix model. I've got an NG 1200 Southwest Airlines in this sort of standard heart livery. 737-700. Very much welcome. Because my Southwest Airlines in 1/200 scale is very limited. In 1/400 scale, I'm only pretty much missing one model, which is a 737-300 with winglets. That seems to be hard to find. Phoenix 1/400, I've got the Las Vegas Sands A340-500. Again, that fits in nicely with the 747 SPs and the Lockheed TriStar that we've got as well in 1/400. I finally got the other NG 400 Euro Atlantic Airways 777. So again, that might operate on this airport as maybe like a chartered service or something at some point. Gemini Jets or Gemini Max, French Air Force A330 MRTT. That's another one that I acquired that I was missing. I've got quite a few French Air Force A330s at the minute, so that's pretty nice to welcome. I think one of the biggest models that I've acquired is a Virgin Atlantic 7879. I know I mentioned that I did want to focus on the A330s, but they just... I have seen the odd A330 on eBay recently, but I've just not been that rushed to kind of get them for the price they're going for. But yeah, one of the models, and I think it's one of three I'm expecting at the minute, 1/400 Virgin Atlantic 7879, is one that I've scheduled in. Registration of this one is Golf Victor November Echo Whiskey. I've already scheduled it in, so obviously unfortunately Monday Tuesday schedules would miss the opportunity, but the first time it will feature is on Wednesday when we get to Wednesday schedules, and the timing that I've done based on Flight Radar 24 on the actual airframe, I think these schedules based in sort of early February. Yeah, I looked at getting the best schedules, sort of rotating different destinations and stuff like that, and the timings work well for the other schedules, so it's not like it's really conflicting with much. So yeah, I look forward to featuring that. A model I've been waiting for probably like 2 years or more is another Airbridge Cargo 7478F, registration Victor Papa Bravo Lima, JC Wings model. I do have Airbridge Cargo scheduled on the weekend in these schedules, so Airbridge Cargo will feature. But again, airframes, there's quite a few, so it depends on, you know, what gets randomised when we come to that schedule. 1200 Avcon Jet, Gulfstream 550. I've been collecting a lot of their Gulfstreams and sort of private, like Falcon 7Xs and whatever. Same with Gemini as well. You know, I've been collecting when they've announced theirs as well. But NG, in terms of these business jets, private jets, they are like very much welcome. Like I love business jets like Gulfstreams and Falcon 7X and things like that. I just yeah, I can't go without. So that's another one of them acquired. I also acquired an Inflight 200 Virgin Australia 737-700 1/200 scale. Phoenix 1400 Air New Zealand Lord of the Rings 767. Again, that was ordered way back when I was doing, like last year or whenever it was, when I was doing the Australian Model Airport. Only just arrived. Also got another 748 BBJ Brunei Sultan's Flight. That's also arrived. Again, that and the Omen, I really like them. I really like kind of government style aircraft like that. Very nice liveries, and probably something you'll see, you know, maybe down at Heathrow. I'm pretty sure that they've been to Heathrow before, I'm pretty sure of it. So yeah, I like them. And then the final one, I've got one of the NG 400 SAS MD-87s as well. Big fan of MDs, and I really hope to see NG do more. Ultimately, for me personally, I'd love to see a Spanair MD-80, MD-87, whatever they had, MD-82, whatever. But yeah, MD-80 in general, I'd love to see a Spanair done by NG. I'm pretty sure maybe that is possible down the line, but at the minute we'll just wait and see. And that is all the models. About 26 models in total I got in the last package. I do have another package due, which I don't know if that'll be sent the end of this month, possibly. And if once we get to that update, I'll probably let you know what arrived in that one as well, if you are interested. That is it for the actual video. Obviously, I hope you enjoyed the update itself. And if you've got this far in the video, hopefully you've enjoyed my rundown of models I've acquired, and maybe gives you a bit more of an insight into what I am actually collecting. And yeah, obviously going forward in the updates, you know, some of the models will feature down the line. And yeah, obviously next update, as I mentioned, it does rotate quite a bit, so we're certainly looking to yeah, sort of freshen things up a bit more in that update. Yeah, so until next weekend, well, I'm filming on a Saturday. Usually, I think the last few weekends I've been filming on Sunday, because, you know, I've been getting stuff sorted out. So if you're watching this video, it's, yeah, we're still quite early into the weekend, so I hope you have a nice weekend, and we'll see you in the yeah, in the next weekend to come.